but plenty of people with chances here. Jenny Simpson is the defending champion. With Hannah, England ran so well in Daegu 2 years ago. Kipyegon, the new name from Kenya, the youngster. Aregawi, the world #1 this year. Sharmina, the best of the Russians perhaps. They also got Korobkina to join her. Zoe Buckman, the Australian, who's been running personal bests to get into the final. Nancy LANGA, former Olympic champion. Genzebe DIBABA, you only have to say that name and know that she's good. Hellen OBIRI of Kenya, the Kenyan champion. Mary Cain, the best junior talent to come out of America, perhaps in a generation. OBIRI is the world indoor champion at 3,000 metres. Let's go all the way along the line. This is Hilali, who was an Olympic finalist back in 2008 and is the recent Mediterranean Games champion. But Mary Cain talked so much about her. Whatever happens today, we'll be seeing a lot of her in the coming years. 4-4 already for 1,500 metres, just 17. Hellen OBIRI made the final last year, but it was her fall at the World Championships 2 years ago that brought down Morgan Husseini, the world's #1 at that time. Genzebe DIBABA of Ethiopia, has she fallen between two stools? Wanted to do the 5,000 metres, ran 3:57 for the 1,500 earlier in the season. Has looked a little bit rusty since then over this distance. Former Olympic champion Nancy LANGA won in Beijing in 2008. Next to her, Zoe Buckman of Australia. Great run in the semi-final, sneaked through on the inside, ran that new personal best, beat some big names including DIBABA. Korobkina won the European Team Championships at 3,000 metres at Gateshead. She's got a pretty good finish, but I don't think she's in the class of most of the people in this race here. Silver medalist in Daegu 2 years ago, Hannah, England. That season's best of 4:3.38. Might not be relevant if it's slow, maybe if Aregawi takes it out. Sharmina, well, she found out all about Jess Judd in the 800 metres at the European Team Championships at Gateshead. Came back, won the 1,500, strong finisher. And there she is, the former Ethiopian, now representing Sweden. Abeba AREGAWI tops the world this year, both in wins and fastest time. Faith Kipyegon, great talent. World Junior Cross-Country champion on 2 occasions. Already run 3:56.9 at 19 years of age. The defending champion, Jenny Simpson, from Colorado Springs. Won the last big 1,500 before these championships in Monaco. The women's 1,500 metre final, finally ready to get underway. So where we go then, as ever in the women's 1,500 or the men's 1,500, the tactics will be interesting to watch. Where we have a fast race, Mary Cain's gone straight to the front and then just gets a little nudge from her teammate Jenny Simpson saying, all right youngster, just let me take this on you. And this is interesting. Jenny Simpson has gone to the front early. OBIRI's following her. LANGA a little bit further back there. Hannah, England just tucked in the pack. But Simpson deciding, I want to be out there in front, I want to control this. Not super fast or anything, but going up at a steady pace here.
I think the idea is that Jenny Simpson wants to control the race and try and make them run the way that she wants them to run. And if you take up the initiative and nobody's got an early plan, then sometimes you can make your presence felt. OBIRI follows young Kipyegon, the world junior cross-country champion, on the outside there, tracking Aregawi, the favourite. But I was talking to Jos Hermans yesterday, he's the manager of Aregawi, and she said before she ran the semi-final, she was sick in the call-up room a couple of times, and he's really worried, but he did talk to her quite firmly about her tactics today. And his idea, and her idea, and she agreed it, well, she's going to try and make a run from a long way out. But let's see if what they've talked about beforehand comes into action.
And I don't think that's going to surprise many. That sort of tactic's been mooted around. I know some of the other 1,500 metre runners, that's what they're expecting Aregawi to do. So if they're trying to keep a plan secret, I'm not sure they've been able to do that. So Simpson may be aware of that, wants to be at the front. Aregawi's been clipped twice already, and when they bunch like this, I always think the women, they get a bit nervous in the pack, less so than the men. Look at DIBABA just saying to Hilali, look, let me past here. And suddenly Aregawi wants to push, and OBIRI pushes. And all of a sudden they all bunch up again. Simpson still leading on the curb, but here goes Aregawi with 2 laps to go. It cuts right across, almost across the American, but she just moves forward.
Just under 2 laps to go. The race, you can see, you could almost throw a blanket over that field as Aregawi starts to make a move to the front. She's been invincible this year. She's so outstanding when she runs fast. And here she's now got to do it. She's got a lot of people who expect her to do this. She's got a lot of people of talent for company. She's got Jenny Simpson on the inside, the reigning champion. Now, can Aregawi, the former Ethiopian, now representing Sweden, can she do anything? And as I said that, another push, another bump. Genzebe DIBABA comes shooting through near to the front and just holds herself right behind Aregawi.
Hannah England hasn't moved off the curb. That's where she likes to stay. But is in a good position as they approach the bell. Simpson leads. Aregawi in second place. OBIRI the danger from Kenya on the inside. Zoe BUCKMAN trying to come through. Young KIPYEGON also blocks in there. DIBABA, SHARMINA, LANGA. And look at Mary Kane of the USA right at the back there. But she'll run a big last lap off this pace.
3-3 with a lap to go, and a move from the front by Jenny Simpson, and she's waiting for Aregawi, who hasn't done anything at all yet. Hannah England is in a good place now. Gaps are beginning to open as the pace picks up and gathers, and they're making their efforts. And there's Aregawi, the first serious strike. OBIRI, the indoor champion. Jenny Simpson, the defending champion, isn't giving up with a fight without a fight. And there's Hannah England in 7th place in the back straight. And now OBIRI attacks.
Can't get past Simpson, wants to hold the shoulder of Aregawi, but can she even attack the Swedish athlete? Aregawi kicks again, and this is decisive now. Simpson trying to chase her home. OBIRI in 3rd place and KIPYEGON 4th, and the rest are nowhere. Aregawi kicking away. It will be a gold medal, or will it? Jenny Simpson starting to come back again, but Aregawi might just about have enough. Aregawi of Sweden. Hannah England's finishing quickly, but it's going to be gold to Sweden. Simpson takes the silver, bronze to OBIRI, and Hannah England finishes 4th there, finished really well in the home straight. And for me, Bren, they were always the 3 best. They were the 3 best in the semis. They finished that 1, 2, 3 in the semi-final like that, and it's happened again in the final. Simpson did all she could, and she even attacked again down the home straight, but Aregawi's been the best all year, #1 all the way through. And whatever illness she might have been suffering from, she was still good enough with bits to spare. Shakes her head as if to say, maybe that was a bit tougher than I thought. Simpson did a great job trying to hold her off and come back again. And OBIRI, always the best of the Kenyans. And a good run, really good run from Hannah England.
An excellent run by Hannah England. Relying on her finishing straight. She got some opportunities in the back straight. She held her position. She ran powerfully, and she's got to be really, really pleased with that. Into the finishing straight. There's on the inside of Zoe BUCKMAN. Here comes Hannah England. Her finishing sprint is strong. She's opening up and making the gaps disappear. But Aregawi, powerful enough, strong enough. Jenny Simpson ran an excellent race, and OBIRI, the indoor champion, was celebrating. But this was Aregawi in full flow. The confidence of the victories in the weeks leading up to it. And there's OBIRI in 3rd place, and here is Hannah England on the line, 4th place. An excellent performance. Aregawi was working hard for that one, but she's so pleased, so relieved. A great victory there, and you would think they were waiting for her to win it. There's Hannah England in the back straight, Genzebe DIBABA just ahead of her, and now Hannah just holding herself. Zoe BUCKMAN, she's run a terrific series here, and this is an excellent performance from her, much more than people expected. The young KIPYEGON in 4th place as they're there, and look at that gap that Hannah England, she's coming through on the inside, she's very lucky, very calculating, gets the break, that's the break she wanted, but she was fast, but not fast enough for 3rd place, fast enough for 4th, and beating KIPYEGON on the line. I think she'll be happy with that run. Aregawi has got to be delighted. Jenny Simpson's got to be delighted. OBIRI was celebrating when she crossed the line, and I'd say well done, Hannah England, and I think she's downstairs now talking to Phil Jones.
She is indeed, Brendan, and Brendan saying well done. Tremendous performance, 4th in the world, and what a finish we just saw. We watched it back together. That was tremendous.
It was. I don't think I left it too late. I'm not sure I could have got those first 3 anyway. I think I ran a good race. 4th. Everyone says 4th was the worst position, but it's better than 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. 4th in the world is amazing. And if anything, I feel like it's backed up my second from 2 years ago. I think. Yeah, I know. I feel like I should be more gutted with fourth, but I'm really chuffed. I think. I don't think people appreciate how hard it is to run an A standard, make the team, make the final, and then produce a decent performance. I think I'm really proud of myself putting all that together.
And so you should be. What about the race itself? You were bunched up all the way through there, throwing a blanket over you at times.
Yeah, it was very close, and again I chose the inside line that I tend to do. But I did overtake people from there. I didn't just settle. I made sure I was trying to keep as far forward as possible, and I have to see what my coach says, but I think it was a decent race, and that's just what I had today. And obviously, I wish it had been one better. But
so finally, do you think the most important thing, really, when you look back, will be that the fact you've had a silver medal a couple of years ago, now you're back in that mix, chasing medals, chasing top 5 places on the world stage?
Exactly. I mean, it's a blessing to be here, not be injured, and just be enjoying my running. And I'm gutted that I've got to wait another 11 months for another championship, the Commonwealth. But it's really fun, and I'm proud of how I handled myself today.
Well done again. Tremendous.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done. I think good fourth place. Aregawi was always, for me, going to be the winner, barring any illnesses or anything. She's been so good this year. So gold to Sweden, and maybe they might just start to like her a little bit more in Sweden. I said she's been a controversial figure back in Sweden, but it's a gold medal for them nonetheless. Jenny Simpson, defending champion, great defence by her, takes a silver, and OBIRI the bronze for Kenya.